Hi, welcome for RTL online trainings and placements. Today we are going to talk about employee assignment status. In HCM, whenever we are hiring an employee, we are going to create an assignment. Assignment is nothing but a set of information which contains the job, position, grade, location, manager, office timings, workday information. These all details we are going to group it. And that assignment we can have different statuses. By default, generally it will be active, payroll eligible. But if at all we would like to change the new assignment status, what we have to do and where do we configure this, and what is the meaning of active, payroll eligible, this is all we are going to discuss in this session. Before we go for the session, please subscribe for our channel and refer anyone is looking for placements, training or real-time training in Oracle Cloud Technologies, Oracle Fusion Financials, HCM Supply Technical, OIC, as well as Oracle applications, SQL Developer, these all areas. Now, first, what we'll do is, let's see where the assignment status comes into the picture. When we go for hiring an employee, let's log into the applications with the user who is having the access to the role called Human Resource Specialist. Then only we'll be able to hire an employee. Let's go for hire employee here. Whenever we go for hire employee, we'll see the identification details here. And then we are going to have person information and assignment employment details. Let me choose this. I'm going ahead with US1 legal entity. And then let me take the details here. So the moment whenever we go to this tab, we'll find here assignments, employment information. We will be able to find the assignments information. Employee assignments we are going to capture. So it depends on the employment model. We can have either one assignment or multiple assignment. Assignment is mandate. We must have at least one assignment for an employee. Without assignment, we cannot hire employee. At least one assignment is required. We can have multiple assignments also. So whenever we are going to have multiple assignments, there will be a primary assignment and other assignments will be there. And whenever we want to change the assignment, we can change. Okay. Here we can find the field called assignment status. By default, what happened? Active payroll eligible option is there. Active payroll eligible. We can make other option also as default. We can do that, but generally active payroll eligible. So HR status is active, pay status is payroll eligible. So whenever the employee is there in global HR, he will be active, and in payroll also he is eligible for the payroll. It means we can assign the payroll for this employee and we can run the payroll and generate the pay slips after distributing the salary to the employee. Okay. And there is another option, active no payroll. Active no payroll. So what is meant by active no payroll here? Employee is active in global HR, but you cannot run the payroll. It means, for example, employee is there, he is not eligible for payroll. Maybe he is on long leave for 4 months or 5 months without pay. So that time we can say that employee is active, is going to come back into the assignment after some time, but is not eligible for payroll right now, loss of pay. Okay. And there might be an option like suspended payroll eligible. Suspended is nothing but employee has been transferred to another department or another BU or another location. It's been transferred and payroll eligible. You can run the payroll for employee and you can generate the pay slips. So that's how we are going to have this. And you can have inactive, and I don't want to go for inactive and payroll eligible. So I would like to have something called inactive and payroll eligible here. So in that scenario, what we will do is we are supposed to do that setup. HR status, we want to have inactive, but pay status, we would like to have eligible, because in the real time, what happened, employee might have resigned. So obviously we are going to terminate the employee record after resignation. Once we complete the termination process, there might be some final settlements, right? So HR status will be inactive. Obviously, employee is not there. We have terminated, and the HR status will be inactive. How about the pay status? The pay status, client is telling that it must be payroll eligible, because we want to run the payroll and distribute the final settlement amount to the, without running the payroll, we can't go for distribute the amount to the employee, whether it is a final settlement or whatever the element is pending. Maybe there might be some allowances are pending, some leave balances are pending. There might be some claims employee has raised, it's waiting for approval. Meanwhile, we have terminated an employee, so that also will be pending, right? So that time what we'll do is we'll go to the task called assignment status. Go to the task, manage assignment status. Now we are getting this message. This page has been replaced with a new responsive page. So earlier assignment page, assignment status page was there. It's a normal web page. By using ADF tool, by using JDeveloper tool, they have developed that page. It was ADF pages. But now in Fusion applications, almost all the pages we can look into that as VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Service. The advantage is VBCS will be used to develop the page at a time, compatible for web as well as for the smartphone. It means mobility also we can apply. So the page will be compatible for both web as well as to the smartphone at a time. That's what we call it as a responsive page. Let's go to assignment statuses here. And these are the assignment statuses. We have different assignment statuses. We have seen that. Process when earnings was there, but it says no. HR status is inactive and pay status is process when earning. It's valid from so and so date to so and so date. Yes. And the country is not specified here. Now what we'll do is we'll go for create a new assignment status. I'm going to create a new assignment status. Go for add. So what is our requirement? Let's say it is Sony assignment status. And what is the code? Sony assignment status. So pay status, we would like to go for process, and HR status is inactive. So pay status is process. And which country you would like to go for enable? I'm going to enable it only for United States. You have the flexibility to enable this option for multiple countries, and you have the checkbox option. So now it is United States. And we can see that from which date it is valid. Let's say I would like to make it as available from today up to another 3 days, not more than that. It's valid from 13th to 16th November. Is it default? No, I don't want to make it as default, because if somebody is hiring the employee and try to run the payroll, then it will say that payroll is fine, but HR is inactive. They cannot find this employee in the record. Okay, so I'm just trying to test it. Just go for submit. So assignment status we have created successfully from FSM environment. When we go for, yes, this is what, in case you would like to go for modify, of course you can modify the information here. By making the changes here, it can be done. But of course, code cannot be changed, only you can go for disable and change other options here. I will try to hire employee. Let's see whether this option is going to be populated or not. When I go for hire an employee, there is one legal entity. We enter into the employment information where we will be creating the assignment. So that time we can see that assignment status. Assignment status is not valid because you have mentioned it's valid from 13th, but our hiring date is 12th November. Let me go back. So we are hiring for 14th November 2022. Start date in person DU is required. Or is it? So we have not specified properly that. Let me cancel and go for a higher employee again. Take this on 13th. You have entered an invalid social security number. Okay. So okay. Format is wrong. Now where is this? It's not available. I said Sony assignment only for United States. Of course, our employee is there here only. Let me go for first active payroll eligible. Let me choose this US1 business unit. It's working for so and so location. Choose this Redwood. Let's search for employee here. Person management. Take some time. Maybe seems approval is pending for an employee. We need to cross check in case if there are any approval issues. We have to go to tools menu, and then we have to go for transaction console. Go to transaction console. In transaction console, we will be able to find what happened to the employee, what is the status. Just remove this failed option. Then it will shows the status of our employee. Yes, it's done. Okay, hiring employee has done successfully. No issues. Maybe it took some time due to checklist assignment. And this is our employee number. Let's go to person management. We can find this employee. The status is assignment status, active payroll eligible. When we try to transfer an employee, for example, we are just trying to transfer assignment change, we are trying to do due to some reason, might be career progression. We are trying to change the assignment. So we can set this employee assignment status. This is primary assignment. Oops. But it's not populated. Maybe it's still LDAP process training, or we have to check. That is our assignment status, how it can be created, and that we will find the status here, assignment status. Okay. So whenever in the interviews they'll ask you what is assignment status, whenever we are hiring an employee, we'll be creating an assignment. For that, we'll set the status of that. Because employee can have multiple assignments. In case if you are going to create a new assignment, the current assignment you can go for inactive and go for activate the second assignment. But every employee must have one primary assignment. Primary assignment is mandate. So that we can find here, it is that we can find here primary is yes or no. Yes. Okay. So this is how we can work with the assignment status.